Tomorrow, the president visits Illinois farm country, where, according to the White House, he will discuss not the fertilizer shortages farmers are facing right now, but, quote, how Putin's invasion of Ukraine is affecting food prices. Then in Chicago, he'll speak to electrical union workers before heading to a fundraiser. The price tag for the fundraiser, $365,000, although that in and of itself is not all that unusual. What's not on the agenda, crime. Just this past weekend, man was shot 3 times in one of Chicago's most popular neighborhoods over his cell phone. Last year, Chicago had 797 murders, the most in 25 years. In the last 7 days, there have been 14 more. DaQuawn Bruce, Executive Director of Concerned Communities for America, joins us now, Chicago native. DaQuawn, good to see you. I'm interested in what you make of the fact that Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, Democrat, wants to host the DNC in 2024. City obviously in terrible straits when it comes to crime, and a police department that is demoralized. And the president's coming to town, and she leaves town and isn't going to see him.
You know, it speaks volumes to the type of leadership that Chicago is currently experiencing. They're focused on the complete wrong things. You know, we have a leader that would rather, you know, make TikToks and try to appeal to the culture, but also will lash out at you and not really care about what the city is actually needing, the concerns of the citizens and the communities there. And it's crazy. We need to be focusing on how to make our cities safer, how to keep our streets clean, how to allow people to go about their daily lives and not have to worry about being robbed, being shot, being threatened in any way. And Mayor Lightfoot doesn't really care about those things. She hasn't put forth any plan to really help the community, only help herself.
You know, DaQuawn, just now, I should say, past couple of hours, the New York Times, gun deaths surged during the pandemic's first year. That's the CDC telling us what we already know. It also said that by far and disproportionately, young black men being killed by young black men went up the most. And I'm trying to square the rhetoric of people like Lori Lightfoot, who talk all the time about racial justice, and yet on this very core issue of young black men being killed, stay so silent. Can you explain it?
Yeah, it doesn't fit their narrative. We have organizations out here like the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation that only really speak up in matters where black people are killed by police. Yet they're silent on the issue of the community. I myself being a victim of gun violence by another young black man just 4 years ago. My cousin, the closest person in my family, being taken away from me just 3 months later, again by another young black man. When we put it in partisan terms, the Democratic Party wants to maintain that narrative, and the narrative that they're hard on crime, that they are, you know, really care about the communities, but they've done nothing and put forth no effort to really help our communities in this way. The biggest thing that we should be doing, like I said before, is focusing on, in a holistic way, on meeting the needs of our communities so that people don't resort to crime as a result.
DaQuawn, I'm interested. Just give me your take on police's role in all of this, especially since we've seen, you know, calls for change over the last couple of years. What more do you think that the Chicago Police Department should be doing to try to curb the violence that we're seeing that we haven't seen to this point?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, you know, calls for defunding the police are insane. Communities across the country, not just in Chicago, when you ask them what they need to feel more safe, they don't say less police, they say more. So that's one thing. Our police, yes, we have an opportunity to change the way these communities have been policed, but we have to start by working with the communities, by pairing with leaders in the communities, by getting to know the people that they're policing, so that when we come in to solve an issue, it's not, you know, a foreign thing, or people aren't meeting the police with violence and anger. Just today, actually, a few hours ago, 4 young men were shot and 1 was killed in the back of the Yards neighborhood. This is the neighborhood that I grew up in. And when the police arrived to help, it was reported that people in the community began to fight and began to agitate the police officers who were simply trying to help in the situation. One young man who was shot even refused service because he didn't want to engage with the police, right? And that right there shows that there is an issue. However, we can't solve this issue by demeaning and demoralizing our police. We must empower them and get them better acquainted with the communities that they are serving in.
Well, DaQuawn, it's not an easy fix, but we appreciate you helping us shine a light on it tonight. DaQuawn Bruce, Executive Director of Concerned Communities for America. Appreciate you coming on. All right, coming up on the show, a House panel holding a public hearing on UFOs for the first time in decades. Could this confirm what was once science fiction, only something you saw in the movies? Is it real? Are they even going to tell us what they really know?